Hi everybody, today we're learning how to cook nettles. Nettles usually you'll find growing, April to May is when you want to harvest them. It's a nice early spring vegetable. Your garden's not ready yet and you're still hungry for something green and local. You go out to your wood and you find yourself some nettles. These are nettles here. You don't want to touch them without gloves on because they'll sting. They actually have a poker in there that reacts to your nervous system and causes a temporary rash. The ones here in PA don't really sting too bad, but throughout the country they're different. They look a lot like an oversized mint plant. If you look at the leaves, they have that oblong, jagged edge. Here they're just growing in a local city park. You'll find them along roadsides. They like water. They kind of grow in like that area between shade and sun. You'll find them around raspberries. You also find them here. It's a wild mustard to our native area. This mustard here is pretty sharp. You can eat it, but it's usually better when it's a little bit smaller. You'll find it growing alongside the mustard a lot of the time. All right, so we're just going to cut some nettles here, take them home. We'll clean them up at home. So basically, just try not to get it on your arms. You might want to roll down your sleeves like I didn't do here. You just cut down along the base. Pretty basic. You're not going to eat the stalk, you just eat the leaves. So when we get back at home, we'll take them off the stalk. Nettles are real meaty. They got a lot of depth to them. So a little bit actually goes a long way. They don't wilt down as much as spinach or something like that do. They actually kind of keep their body to them. Okay. So put your nettles in the bag or take them home. Wrap them up nice, so you don't get stung. So like I said, the nettles start coming up in April. And when they first start coming up, they'll be real small, like real low to the ground. And now, like you'll actually see they've got flowers on them. They're starting to come open here. That means they're going to seed. Once they go to seed, the nettles will die back. They'll start drying out and you won't see them as much. So really, you're going to start being able to harvest nettles the beginning of April, mid-May, and into June. They're pretty much done, at least here in PA. So this is the time of year to get them, which is good because this is the time of year where your garden's not quite ready, so you need something to eat. All right, so you got your nettles home. First thing you're gonna do is you're just gonna rinse them off. Nice cold water. Make sure there's not any grass or bugs or anything you don't feel like eating today. Nothing too expensive here. Expensive, that's not the right word. The stickers on the nettles will sting you until we blanch it with hot water. After that, the reaction will not happen anymore. It'll be safe to handle. So while you're washing, make sure you got your gloves on. Roll your sleeves up if you feel like you're likely to poke yourself. It won't kill you. It'll just itch for about 20 minutes and then it goes away. But you're just going to take the leaves off the stalk, okay? You don't eat the stalk. And we'll put all the leaves in a bowl, alright? You discard the stem, put it in your compost. Save the world one stem at a time. Somehow nettles actually react to your nervous system, so they don't cause a rash or anything. They just trick your body into having an itch for about 20 minutes when it sticks you, and then it goes away. So it won't actually hurt you. It's just kind of interesting. I know it's been used in medicine where they'll actually sting people on purpose, and it's supposed to help regenerate muscle growth, all sorts of neat things. So, interesting little plant. Alright, so now that we got our nettles stemmed, we're going to stick them in boiling water. You always want to add salt to your water. Let's see how that goes. Not only does it help flavor, it helps retain color. If you don't blanch with salted water, your vegetables will turn gray when you cook them. This will help keep your color in. Go ahead and just stick your nettles right in there. You don't need to cook them very long. Basically, you're just killing that little spike that's going to make you sticky. You don't want to eat it like that. you go and pull them out. Looks like about it. Alright, so we got our nettles here. As we blanch them, you're going to want to squeeze some of the water out of them. You got a lot of liquid in them. Alright, and you'll see it cook down quite a bit. Alright, so we'll set this to the side. We're going to add a little bit of garlic and a little bit of lemon. Not a whole lot, maybe we'll call it 3 cloves today. That's how we're feeling. Trim your garlic, take off the root end. You don't want to cut it too small or it'll burn. You want to let the flavor develop a little bit. Alright, so we got our pan, it's on high. Add some butter here. I don't know, maybe a tablespoon and a half. That might just be a tablespoon. Let that melt down. Add your garlic before the pan's too hot. That allows you to develop flavor. If you put the garlic in when it's hot, all the garlic will do is burn. But if you start with a cold pan with your garlic, you'll have time to actually let it develop some flavor, which is what you're really going for. You can also add a little salt and pepper at this point. Fresh pepper is always better. I usually just use a mortar and pestle, but a pepper grinder works as well. Get a nice light golden color on your garlic. That's my dog. He likes garlic. He says, "You're making food in there, I want to eat some." Alright, so we got our nettles. We'll add them into the pan. No risk of poking myself or activating my nervous system here right now. I might add a little bit more butter. It looks a little dry. The nettles will soak up a lot. They're kind of spongy. You really don't need to cook them too long. Pull out these stems here just a little bit. I'll add about half a lemon worth of lemon juice. That should be about it. We'll taste it. Make sure we're not poisoning anybody. Make sure it's okay. Tastes awesome. I love nettles. So here's some nettles. We cooked them with garlic and lemon juice, a little bit of salt and pepper. Nettles have a real depth to them. Like when you eat them, they're very sustaining, very filling. More so than kale or collards or anything like that. They're really hearty. They go really well with like heavy foods like risotto, potatoes, something braised. It's a real like, you know, late winter, early spring kind of meal, and it's